Testing? Testing? Rosa? Yeah, we can't hear you. Okay. Rosa? You can hear me, right? We can't hear you. Okay. Rosa? You can hear me, right? Darn it. Your volume is at maximum, Rosa. I don't know why we cannot hear you. Did you select the proper microphone on your side? I'm just not getting. Oh, there we go. Try again.
Hear me now?
Yes, yes. There we go. Okay.
Okay, great. I think there's an echo, although I'm hearing me double. I'm not hearing you now.
Yeah, I muted myself.
Okay, okay.
Is there still an echo?
No.
Yeah, there's an echo. Okay, hold on.
Sorry, guys, about that.
Yeah.
To arrange that. We'll get it, I think. So I'm hearing an. Oh, okay. I think we're good now. Sorry about that, guys. Just a little more time and we're gonna get it. Oldie's trying to connect with his headphones now. So yeah, guys, it's just 1 week before the big launch. The early access launch will be September 14 next week. So it's in 1 week, really. It's going so fast. And today, me and
Sorry guys, that just completely broke my sound. I don't have any sound anymore. Let me try to fix it. Okay, Rosa, can you say something, please? Nope, can't hear you at all. Can you guys hear Rosa? Okay, so just everything broke by trying to fix things. Okay, alright, great. I didn't touch you, Rosa, at all. So, and I see you have sound coming in. I just don't hear anything anymore. Okay. 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 Sorry about that, guys. Very, very sorry about that. Yeah, Rosa, can you double check on your side, please? Because, like I said, I don't know what's going on my side. Okay, well. Okay. Show on stream. Oh, she's back.
Oh, I'm back.
Alright.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna decrease my gain a little bit to try to get rid of the echo, because setting up a new headset during stream, bad idea.
Yeah, so, okay. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I'm hearing a little bit of an echo, but I think we'll
Okay.
get that.
All right. I'll lower it some more. Well, I can't lower it anymore. So is the echo really bad, or how bad is it?
A little bit. Okay, we can start maybe. The audio is not perfect, but we can hear you. Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
So let's see if the game sound can drown drown the noise a bit.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys, but we're pretty excited to be there today. So the big launch is in 1 week now. So September 14th will be the early access on Steam. So it's pretty soon. And today I'm doing a live stream with Oli. So Oli is a game designer on the game, and I'm a communications coordinator at Become. So Oli will play today, and I will read your comments, your questions. You can ask us anything you want, guys. We will answer all your questions. So yes, let's get started, Oli. Oli, I think you're muted.
Right. Sorry. Let's go with classic wizard fighter companion to start.
Yeah.
For those unaware, in Gallowspire Tarpathon is the big bad. He was the big bad of Pathfinder for first edition. He's currently more of a background villain, like he hasn't been active since second edition at all. Who knows what's gonna happen during second edition? We'll see what Paizo comes out with, but for now, he is the big bad. He does like to taunt and tease and threaten the player during, the whole playthrough. He also has some interactions with the bosses. Sometimes it can be a little bit funny. We did try to put a little bit of humor considering how dire the situation is. Try to lighten up the mood just a tiny bit, just a smidge. So he starts here with, "You are unfit to face me," which is probably true right now because we are level 1.
Yes. We have so many comments about the wizard. People love him.
I love the wizard as well. I love flashy spells. I love big explosions, and it is really what the wizard is. It is the most flashy of the 3 classes.
What's your favorite character, Oli?
Probably the wizard because of the reason I just said. I also like the fighter a lot. Rogue is great, just less of my playstyle. So here we have the first level up. We'll take Frostbite, which is a little bit of a shotgun spell for the wizard. It is very close range compared to other spells.
Yeah.
You'll see it in a second. This is the Energy Breath Potion. It lasts only a few seconds, but it is very powerful when you grab it. It is the little purple potions. We have Frostbite. Let's go with Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is a nice line of electricity. For people that have played the tabletop, it is pretty much that. You can see it here. It goes slightly off screen, so it has a tremendous range. It's just very narrow when you obtain it. So it's a nice line, but it's not very big.
Oh, you have 2 chests in front of you?
Excuse me?
You have 2 chests in front of you?
Yes, we have chests to take. I'm just going to take an upgrade here to the freeze time, to the ultimate. Also called time stop, with other system or even with first edition Pathfinder. Now it is called freeze time. I'll showcase it once it's actually filled. The little filling red icon next to the portrait of the character, where there's the Y, is the meter telling you when your ultimate is ready. Now, people have been asking the question a lot, like, what fills up the meter? Is it a cooldown? Is it overtime? Actually, no. It depends on the kills that you make. Nice. So, you kill enemies, the meter fills up. And you require a certain amount. And the wizard even has an upgrade later down the line that decreases the number of kills you need to get to unlock freeze time.
Nice. We have many questions in the chat right now. So, said, do you have a favorite element attack? Fire, thunder, or other?
I like everything. I do like the explosions of fire. Fire is a lot more chaotic compared to the other ones. I would say the best control at low level is electricity. because it does have little stuns, and you can count on where it's gonna go most of the time. Frost or cold is good, but it's a bit more strategic, right? You have to know how to use it. The one that I have right now, Frostbite, is the simplest to use, just because, like I said, it is a shotgun in front of you.
Yeah.
You do have the Ice Storm, which places itself somewhere on the screen. So again, it's really good for strategy. It's a safe spot, so you can go yourself inside your Ice Storm to stay safe, or you can try to lead the enemies inside the Ice Storm. Speaking of fire spells, we have Fireball and Falling Star here. Which one would chat prefer to see? Fireball or Falling Star?
The answers are coming, I think. Let's go with Fireball.
Oh, you say Fireball. I see someone say Falling Star. Oh, Falling Star is winning.
Is winning. Let's go with Falling Star.
Alright, Falling Star is very chaotic. You cannot control it, but it deals really nice damage. It has nice AoEs. It's just all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, we have our first epic. So fast recovery increases your health regen. Everybody has a base health regen that is very small, and health recovery boosts your health regen.
Nice.
And we got an achievement because first epic.
Wow.
So little red circles, those are the falling stars. So it is completely random all over the screen, and the higher the falling star, the more meteors will fall.
Okay. That's interesting, yes.
Let's go for the next chest.
When you upgrade your falling stars, do they augment do they augment the numbers? Or?
When you upgrade falling star, it increases the number of falling stars. It increases the radius of the falling star slightly, and it also increases the damage, obviously, and lowers the cooldown.
Oh, nice.
Epic Lightning Bolt sounds really good.
Yeah. Nice.
Actually, we have a quickness potion over here. Oh!
Is this a plus?
In an absorption potion. Quickness potion baseline increases your movement speed. And the absorption potion is like the magnet we see in Vampire Survivors. It pulls all... Sorry, microphone. It pulls all the essences nearby into you. Oh, another one.
Was there a mini boss?
No mini boss yet, no. There's a few elites. When you see a little health bar and they die fairly quickly anyway, like this one, the zombie, that's just an elite. It has a lot more health than a regular enemy, and it has a chance to drop a chest, but it is not a mini boss. We'll see the first mini boss on floor 2, and it is much harder than just a regular elite. Ooh, first legendary.
Wow.
Let's get some new... Yeah, let's get a new one. Let's get toughness. It increases the health. We are up from 60 health to 71 health, which the wizard really needs more health. It has the least amount of health of all the classes by a large amount. The fighter starts with 100, the rogue starts with 80, and the wizard starts with 60.
Nice.
But it makes up for it with its range.
Cool.
Mountain resilience, not so much. But no, I want to wait. And see, this is where you start making decisions. I want to keep my fort slots for fleet to get movement speed. So we're just going to get more hit points. Now I increased to 73.
Oh. Falling Star is very cool. I like it. Cool. You can ask your questions, guys, in the chat. We'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, don't be shy to ask questions.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, the only saving grace of getting your first one is you get an achievement for it.
Yeah. Oh, so you were not like the chest.
Oh.
So, Olive, we have a lot of questions in our social media about the multiplayer option of that game.
Yeah, multiplayer is something we would like to do.
Yes.
We are currently investigating how we could do it, so we'll see what we can do with it. Maybe we'll have it, maybe we won't. but we're gonna give it all the thoughts required to get it.
Yeah.
And we will see what comes during early access. Keep in mind, guys, we are not officially launching the game. We are officially launching into early access. So for several months, we're going to keep improving the game, getting feedback from you guys, and then improving some more.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, we have a question. Will we have outfits for the characters?
It is something we've also been discussing. It is a possibility. It is a possibility. It is not at the top of our priority right now, but it is possible that we will add additional outfits or simply additional looks for each of the characters. Currently, we have 2 different ones representing, default male gender, default female gender.
Yeah.
We would love to add more choices in the future, but again, it's going to depend how early access goes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty nice that you can choose between male and female in that game. You can change throughout the game.
Oh, can I fit? Yes, I can.
Oh, we have another question. Assuming things go well, would you be interested in adding more characters in the future?
We would... Ooh, first 20. All right.
Oh, you're lucky today, Ali.
Well, that's much better than my regular tabletop game, so that's good. Adding more characters, as in adding more classes, is also something we would love to do. We've been watching all the comments, we've been reading all the comments, watching all the videos, I should say, and we know the community would like to see more classes. We know it. We would like to see more classes as well, and it is something. Oh, there we go. There's the fleet upgrade. It is something we are very seriously considering. Again, we'll see what we can do during early access, but it is something we would definitely like to do.
Yeah, tell us which path would you want to see in the future, maybe, to give us some ideas if you want. And
so now, hold on. So you guys were asking about a mini boss. There's one right there. We just need to kill it before it kills us. He or she, they are the one summoning those little flaming skulls that keep exploding and burning me alive. So we need to deal with it. But I'm just a poor mage. I can't call myself a wizard quite yet, but we are dealing with it as best as we can. One of the disadvantage of the wizard, even of the rogue compared to the fighter, is yes, the fighter you have to be in the face of the enemies, but your bastard sword is always in front of you. There we go.
Oh, yes.
So, first mini boss is down. You have to not be scared to go in their face a little bit. Just watch your health. And the mini bosses, when they die, they always drop a super chest. So this is a super chest. I actually, again, rolled quite nicely. And it gives you much better loot than a regular chest.
Nice. So when will we be able to see a big boss?
Big boss, if I survive to it, will be there after the 3rd floor. And it is the Grave General. I know a lot of people have seen him already through different streams and YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He is quite big, quite threatening, but at the same time, you know, he was, you know, a gentle giant, I guess. But that's long gone. Now he only serves Tarbafon, regardless of what he wants, because that's what Tarbafon does. That's what most evil tyrants do. They enslave people, right?
But you're a big fan of Pathfinder in 3 times, right?
Excuse me?
You're a big fan of Pathfinder.
Yes. I've played Pathfinder 1 for several years, a while back. Then I switched to the system that shall not be named. And I've been playing Pathfinder 2 with my friends. Recently we've been playing Abomination Vaults.
Nice.
So we are playing Abomination Vaults on Roll20, which is really nice because they have all the books and you can even buy the modules pre-prepared for you. So they have all the maps and all the characters, everything made. It is quite nice. I know there's other platforms that can do similar things. And no, we're not sponsored by Roll20, by the way. I'm just saying that's what we've been using. And Abomination Vaults is really nice. We do have a successful Kickstarter for an Abomination Vault game that I can't tell you much about it, guys. All I can say is please look forward to it. So
25 would be the goal to launch.
yeah. Oh, another one. Great. For now, we will be in Gallowspire.
We have some friends in the chat that they would like to see a druid, a bard, a magus. That's interesting.
Magus is a bit hard to do for us just because it would really require special like spell effects on weapon attacks. So that would be a bit tricky with the kind of game that we have. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it would be a bit tricky. Bard, I've been considering since the beginning. We decided to go with a bit more, I'm not going to say streamlined, but straightforward characters first.
Yes.
But Bard is probably my number one pick for an occult spellcaster. Occult? Yeah, occult spellcaster. Witch could be good, but Witch again is too broad. They can do pretty much like everything, and that can be hard to do. Also, the Familiar would add a third companion, so again, that would be a challenge. Cleric is one of the top contender because again, simple class, simple iconic class, and we have a bunch of undead, so Cleric would make sense. Champion would make sense about just as much as Cleric. There's so many good classes. I mean, I don't have any favorite per se, but there's a lot that I would like to see. I would like to see a gunslinger eventually. So, again, we will see what the community wants. We will take, the pulse of all the gamers that play the game, what they would like to do. But again, Cleric is currently probably the top contender if and when we add a new class.
Yeah, your feedbacks are really important, guys. When we launch, we want to hear what you think about the game.
We are on the 3rd floor, so last floor before the Grave General. Still hunting for chests, still killing things. For those wondering, yes, the little green orbs are the essences that you can gather, which are basically the experience during adventures. They do change colors. In Biome 2, they turn blue. In Biome 3, they turn purple. And in Biome 4, they turn golden orangey.
Nice. So do you keep your levels when you die?
So when you finish a run, you keep all the gold that you earned. You get bonus gold depending on how well you did. You know, how far you got, how fast you got there, etc. And then you get experience that goes with your actual class progression. So right now, it is what we call adventure experience. So it is purely for the experience. Oh, double chest. It is purely for the adventure experience. And then it is a roguelite. So it all resets once you leave, but you get permanent experience for that class progression, which allows you to unlock higher attribute points, which gives you various bonuses that we can look at after this run. You get a bunch of talents which are meant to reflect class mechanics or spells or feats. It's a mix of a little bit of everything that we could not include in the primary gameplay. And then we have upgrade for the potions. So we have 5 potions, 5 different color of potions, and each of them can be upgraded to add up to 2 additional effects to the potion.
Nice. We have a question about how death will work. After we die, what do we carry over? Rewards, penalties?
Yeah, so like I just said, you get the gold that you earn during the run, either by opening chests or just from killing things. And then you get permanent class experience for the class that you actually have right now. We had a lot of comments, and we're going to see what we can do about it, of companions not earning any XP at all. So we are looking into having the companion following you earn a portion of your XP. So please look forward to it.
Nice. What are the enemies in front of you? What are they called?
And I died. I was not paying attention, sorry. I guess we're gonna see some progression.
Yeah. What were the enemies in this level?
What is the what where?
What were the enemies you faced in this level? What kind of enemies?
It starts pretty simple, pretty easy. You have your zombies, skeletons, ghouls, and then you get some vampire spawns, and you get some grave knights at the end of the first biome, and then some imps that throw fireballs.
Nice.
So, died. It's okay. It's what it is, right? It's how you progress. When you first launch the game, you have always this quest called Clear the Floors. It just requires you to clear the first floor. And it gives you XP that you can unlock several things for your first character. So I go back here. I am 3/4 of the way into my first level. I got 2 attribute points and I got 3 talent points. So let's look at what they do, right? So strength increases the damage of weapons. So that does nothing for the wizard. It also directly affects the potency of certain fighter abilities like their shield block. So again, nothing for the wizard. So strength is the last thing you would put point in for a wizard because it actually does nothing. Dexterity increases the speed of projectiles, and that's all projectiles. It also helps the rogue with certain things like their dodge. Constitution increases your health and your health regen, so that's really good for everybody. Mm-hmm. Intelligence increases the damage of spells and also affects certain things just for the wizard. Just to keep in mind that, yes, wizard is the primary spell user, but rogue, through a talent, has access to certain spells which also require intelligence to boost them. So yes, you can make like a wizard rogue, so to speak, and that requires more intelligence. Wisdom decreases your cooldown, and charisma increases the range and the size of your spells.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start with putting 1 in intelligence and 1 in constitution because it's always useful. And then going here, we have the 2 talent points. We're going to get the 3 first ones. Prodigy lowers the required experience during adventure to level up. So it makes leveling faster for the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And we get another achievement. Shield, for those that are familiar with the tabletop, is inspired by, but slightly different to be able to work with our game, right? We don't have exactly a new system, but let's just say our heavily modified system. Mm-hmm. So instead of increasing your AC, what it does is it absorbs 1 hit. So every 10 seconds, you can take a hit, as hard as it is, and you won't take damage. So it makes up with the wizard being so squishy.
That's good to know.
And then lastly, we have Singular Focus, which increases the skill ceiling a little bit of the wizard whenever you stop moving, right? You have to stop moving, so you stay in place, you gain increased damage. If you move, you lose it all. So this rewards positioning with the wizard, so you want to try to stay immobile for a few seconds.
Yeah. So can we look at the potions after?
Absolutely. So let's look at the potions. We have 2,500 gold. We're going to be able to get 2 upgrades.
Nice.
So looking at the healing potion, the base healing potion heals you for 20% health. If I get the first upgrade, it goes up to 21%, as shown here.
Mm-hmm.
The second upgrade adds a regen, so it starts at 5% of your max health over 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the third one, and you can get they're in no specific order. You can get any of them as you want. They're just additional functionality of the same potion. So the third one is the temp HP one. It's not exactly temp HP, but close enough. It increases your max health by a percentage for an amount of time.
Cool.
The second one, the quickness potion, baseline, it increases your movement speed. Then the second upgrade also reduces your cooldown while it's active. And the third one increases your evasion, so it gives you a chance to dodge, even if you're not a rogue, while the quickness potion is active.
So every potion costs 1,000?
That's to unlock. It's the first one. It goes up to pretty insane amount eventually, but you're also going to be making more gold the higher the difficulty you're in.
Nice.
Just to keep going, Oak Potion baseline increases your armor. Armor reduces damage. 1 armor reduces your damage by 1%. And you can have up to 75 armor for 75% damage reduction. Second upgrade for Oak Potion is resistance. It gives you... it reduces the chance... it reduces the duration. There we go. Of debuffs that you can get. Debuffs that you can get are Burning, Slow, and Doom. I believe it might reduce the duration of stuns as well. That it probably should.
Yeah.
Burning is damage over time, like what the little explodey head were doing, right? Slow is self-explanatory. It slows you, and Doom prevents you from getting any sort of healing for a short amount of time. That includes the base regen you have, and it also includes the health potion. So you're going to learn to recognize those icons, and when you're doomed, don't pick up a potion. You're going to be wasting it.
Yeah.
Third upgrade for the Oak Potion is Reflection. So you reflect a % of the incoming damage that you take. So it's especially good for the fighter, because you tend to be, to get hit more.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Is there potions that are better for a character in particular? Or...
They're all good for everybody. Because everybody will be getting hit regardless. And, if you're getting hit as the wizard and you have a shield, then it's fine, right?
Yeah.
So you don't mind getting hit at least the first time. So less punishing. It is very strong. 50% is very strong, but at the same time, enemies don't deal that much damage per enemy, per hit. So it is reasonable. And there's a lot more of them than there is of us. Right?
Yeah.
If we die, we're done. If they die, there's just more coming.
Yes.
Energy Breath is basically a Dragon's Breath, but it is of no specific energy type, so we call it Energy Breath Potion. The first upgrade increases the damage, and it also increases the duration. The first ones all increases the duration. The second one gives armor penetration to your breath, because some enemies have armor as well. And the third one increases the size of the cone, so you can hit more enemies while you hit enemies. Lastly, Absorption Potion, which is the magnet, also has an active effect that while it is active, it increases your loot radius. So you loot things from further away. So, for example, essences are picked up from further away. Same things with potions.
Oh, that's cool.
The second one, simply called Essence, it increases the chance to drop essences from enemies. So enemies don't always drop essences, and this makes it so they drop them more often. And then the last one gives you a chance for the enemy to drop double the amount of essence they would have dropped. So if they would have dropped 1, they drop 2. If they would have dropped 2, they drop 4.
Okay.
Keep in mind, all of those things are only while the potion is active on the character.
Yes. We have a question. It's not a question, it's a comment.
Yeah.
50% from the get-go is very strong, damn.
Yeah, like I said, enemies are infinite or nearly infinite, so it's okay if they die, right?
Yeah.
And 50%, I mean, if you receive 8 damage, you do 4 damage back. Yes, it seems impressive, but it is just good, right? No enemies have 4 health, is what I'm saying.
Okay, cool.
And it does go up significantly, where eventually maybe all you want to do is get Oak Potions.
I imagine it's a good potion to get while facing bosses.
Aha! You cannot get special potion while fighting bosses. That's something we thought about and decided that the only potion you can get during a boss encounter are health potions.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying it's never going to change in the future, but for now, the bosses are balanced around not getting those special potions.
Why did we choose to do that like that?
Simply because it's... How could I say? Not all bosses drop potions. Not all bosses have as many adds as the other. Plus, potions are only dropped during add phase. So it's not going to affect the bosses as much. It's really mainly for the adds. And the add phase are partly to challenge the player, partly to regain health. That's why they drop health potion. And they also drop XP essences, so you can actually level up during boss fights as well.
Nice.
The other part is because, again, it's hard to balance, right? It's hard to say, okay, so just in case the players get that potion, I'm gonna give the boss more health, more armor, more this, more that, while it's not 100% sure you're gonna get that potion. So it was just easier to just say, okay, no special potions for bosses.
Yeah.
Special potions are really gonna be for the hordes.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
That's cool.
I'm just gonna go back in. Gonna keep answering questions. We're gonna go with the rogue this time, the rogue companion, or I can show the rogue class if you guys prefer. Do you want to see a stronger wizard, or do you want to see a baseline rogue?
In the meantime, we're having a question about the potion. So we have items to attack monsters like grenades, bombs. That would be fun.
That is an interesting question. We don't currently have those. We do have attacks that do a lot of special things eventually, especially with the right passives, upgrades, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that is an interesting thought. I know people were asking. Let's go for the rogue then. Let's go with our new upgraded wizard with the rogue. Getting items and such could be cool.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to keep it in mind. We're going to talk about it internally, and we're going to see what we can do with that. But I can make no promises. So we'll talk about it. We'll think about it. All right. So rogue is already baseline faster, so you can get to chest. You can avoid enemies faster than the wizard. If you guys are wondering why I have 82 health instead of 80, it's because the rogue starts with 1 constitution, which gives them an extra 2 health.
Nice. And I see that you have a radar to see the chest.
Yes, we always show the nearest chest. Now, keep in mind, the nearest chest can be very far away still because the maps are really, really huge.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with epic toughness. Now we're up to 94 health. Almost a fighter. The base attack of the rogue is daggers. It's a fan of daggers. So it throws daggers with a little bit of angle so you can hit more than 1 enemies.
Mm-hmm.
It deals a decent amount of damage. And it's really a quite good starting weapon. Alright, so they want us to use the rapier, I guess. It's the second time we see it. Let's get the rapier. Rapier starts with just a frontal attack, as you guys can see. And the higher level the rapier gets, the more blades you get. The second one will be behind us, and then you get one, I believe, to the right, one to the left, and then in betweens, and you end up with 8 blades around you.
Wow.
So it can get quite powerful.
Yeah.
Ooh, fleet is at low level. Fleet is almost a must.
Okay.
Until you get better options while leveling. When you unlock talents, over time you also unlock new passives.
Yep.
Which allows you to really customize your build the way you want to play it. We wanted to keep it simpler at the beginning, and then give more option as we go. Let's get crossbow.
That's nice. We have a comment about the companion. Someone finds it very interesting that we can have a companion. And yes, do they just base abilities during the episode?
So they only have their base ability for attacks, but they do get benefits from their increased stats. And they do benefit also from the majority of their talents. As you can see, my wizard companion has his shield.
Yep.
And I believe he also has the one that increases damage. I'm not completely sure on that one. Let's just go with rapier. We need more range. Ooh, chakram. Excellent.
What's your favorite combo, Ali?
My favorite combo, as in what? As far
Your character and your companion.
Well, again, I love the wizard. Fighter is nice because they face tank for you a lot. Let's get fast recovery here. Rogue is nice if you want to have increased damage. So it really depends. I would say that baseline at level Z, what we call level 0, fighter probably make a slightly better companion than rogue. Just because their bastard sword is a nice sweep in front of them and they have more health to tank. So it is a bit nicer for that. But if you have higher level rogue, once they get their sneak attack, they get their penetrating shot, their daggers can go through enemies, and then they can start applying poison. And then they get their caltrops, so they can start slowing enemies for you. Rogues, goes up there. But again, at the same time, the fighter becomes a lot tankier. So it depends on your playstyle, right? Do you want to go full offense, or do you want to have a tank for you that can just, literally tank for you?
Yeah, I always play with the wizard and the fighter together. They're so good together.
As you can see, rapier is a little bit harder to use at low level because it's a rapier blade right in front of you. So you do have to aim it a little bit, but it does become much, much stronger later. You just have to be a little bit patient with it.
Nice. Oh, we have a comment. That's a clever way to encourage leveling up all the characters. That's right.
Absolutely, yes. We wanted to give you a reason to play more than one character, to play all the classes. Which is also why we are looking into having you be able to level, even though much slower, a second character while you play.
Nice.
They also have all very different playstyle. Sure, they look, somewhat similar, especially between the fighter and the rogue at early levels. But as soon as you get a few level up in your permanent levels, in your class levels, it starts feeling much different. The rogue, you always try to avoid getting hit, while eventually the fighter, you kind of want to get hit.
Yeah. That's cool.
As you can see, the timer for the auto-teleport pauses while you're opening a chest to give you the time to open said chest.
Yeah. So where are we going to go after being teleported?
We're going to get teleported to floor 2. We're never going to get to that chest.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's way too far. No, not in 2 seconds. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So what's special about the other biome that we're covering?
Okay.
The crypt?
Yeah, the first one is the crypt. It looks like a crypt. It has, a bunch of crypts or crypt-like structures. The second one is the library. It is where the Crying Kings manage all the books and all the tomes, and where a lot of the acolytes of Tar-Baphon go hang out. It is also where all the tomes, how could I say, presenting, not documenting, because it is not documented, but there is the Whispering Way that is presented in the library. But again, the Whispering Way is never written, never spoken, always whispered. So if you want to follow Tar-Baphon, well, you have to just, hang out with Tar-Baphon. Or maybe with the Crying Kings. I'm sure they would school you. They would be very happy to do so. But then you would be evil, you would be stuck, and heroes would strike you down eventually.
Yeah. We have a question about the mud support. Has that even been brought up?
We have not talked about mud support, no. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I will say it's unlikely. The way the game is built, the way the game engine is built. But who knows? I mean, everything is possible if we get, enough interest from the community. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Die. Okay, that's hurting. Let's drop a smoke bomb. I did forget to show time stop earlier. Oh, I'm gonna die. All right.
Oh, once again.
Once again, and yeah, I'm used to playing the wizard. I'm used to having AoEs, so I'm a bit more out of my element when most of my attacks are single target, as you can see.
Yeah.
Let me show you a quick trick. So I have a quest here, right? If I claim it right now, I'm going to claim it on my rogue. If I go back here and I pick the wizard, and then I go back to the quest,
Nice.
little trick.
Yeah, it's cool.
get more con to the wizard.
Nice.
Okay.
So don't forget, guys, it's next week. The game is launching.
Next Thursday. Yes, absolutely.
Pretty soon. Go check that out. We're pretty excited, right, Ali?
I am very excited about the launch. I'm very excited about everybody playing the game and giving us feedback. That's why we're in early access. We want to get feedback from people. What do you like? What do you not like? What do you love? What do you wish we changed? We will take the feedback. We will listen to it. And what we think makes sense, we will change, right? We can't take the feedback of everybody and act upon, all of it. It's impossible. We would just never finish the game.
Yeah.
But for example, if a lot of people say, oh, so the wizard, is super good, but it's probably too strong, their force missile hits too hard, and we just destroy everything with it, then, maybe we're going to say, okay, we're going to decrease the force barrage, sorry. The name has changed so much, force barrage. Maybe we're going to decrease the damage of force barrage a little bit. If people say that they want to have a new class and absolutely everybody are like, we really want a new class, we want to have the bard.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go in the direction of the bard. If everybody, wants to have outfits, we'll also look into that.
That's the good thing about the early access, right? We can have the feedback from the community and work on that, so that's cool.
Exactly. Just to show here, in case people are wondering, you can still change the skin here while you're playing the game. And if you want to rename it, you can also rename here your character, right? If you go with the mouse, because you do need a mouse and keyboard to rename, it's that little icon here instead. Nice. If you're wondering what the class attributes do, we have the description here, as I showed earlier. And then we do have attribute caps. So you cannot put more than 5 points into the one attribute at level 1. At level 5 it goes up to 10 points. At level 10 it goes up to 20. At level 15 it goes up to 30. And at level 20 it goes up to 40.
Mm-hmm.
Classes max out their solid progression at 20, but you can still earn levels that keep giving you attribute points and talent points for another up to 40 levels. Okay. Quests can also give you... Whoops, I need to close this. Quests can also give you, like you see here, the bounty of boss slaying. If I kill 6 bosses, I'm going to get XP, I'm going to get gold, I'm going to get 1 talent point and 1 attribute point. This is to speed up your progression.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah. All classes can have up to 40 points put into each attributes.
Yeah.
For a total of, in the case of the wizard, for a total of 42 intelligence, which is their main stat. The rogue has, I believe, 42 dex, and the fighter has 42 strength. Let's double check. That's true here, and that's true here. So the rogue has points in strength as well because they use it for their weapon damage.
Cool. How many type of enemies that we have in the game?
How many types? We have somewhere around 65, 67 types, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
With, variations in between of, those. So, for example, we have several vampires, we have several shadows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have elites. We have, different kind of elite. We have elite that are tougher. We have elite that hit harder. Even regular enemies, we have different flavor of regular enemies that can be a little bit harder to kill, a little bit easier to kill, deal a bit more damage, a little bit less damage, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we have the mini bosses that we have currently 1 per biome, and we're looking into adding more.
Nice. So, how far did you go with your own game, Ali?
How far did I go?
Yeah.
I've defeated Tarbathon several times.
Oh, wow.
I've played a little bit on higher difficulties. I have yet to beat Mythic. So, if you guys beat Mythic before me, great. Please let me know. Please share it. Mythic is the highest difficulty. It is, the 5th difficulty we have. it is much, much, much harder than the first difficulty.
Yeah.
And enemies deal a lot of damage. They have a lot of health. So you need to upgrade all your things. You need to get all the talents that you can get, all the damage, all the health that you can get, because they will hurt. The Grave General will cut your head off with his great axe if you're not careful with it.
I haven't been able to kill him yet, but maybe one day.
Grave General is not fond of walls, so maybe try introducing him to the walls and see what happens.
Oh, that's a good trick. Thank you. Take note, guys.
Otherwise, I would say for the Grave General, maybe keep your ultimate for phase 2 when he summons his armies.
Yes.
So you don't get overwhelmed, or at least so you have something to defend yourself a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But the ultimates are as good for offense as they are for defense. I've seen a lot of really cool ways to use the ultimate, especially freeze time has been awesome both to get away or to attack. And, it is made for that. You can do it with both.
Okay, so I will try that. We have a question in the chat. If we need a break while playing, can we save and back to where we were?
Sadly, no. We don't. We currently don't support that. If you leave, you still get the XP and the gold that you got, but you do have to start over like pretty much any roguelike. Once you leave the stage of the game, you have to start over afterwards. It's a decision we took because it was a lot simpler to do that without losing any data or anything like that. Also, it is pretty much a staple of the roguelite at this point that if you quit, you quit, right? You have to start over.
Thank you. I think we have like 2 minutes left, so if you guys want to ask your questions, that's the time.
I do see one in chat.
Yeah, will there be leaderboard?
That is a really interesting question.
Yeah.
I honestly had not thought of that. We had not discussed it, internally either. But that is something that could be interesting. Just to see, how fast people can clear, especially the higher difficulties. To see who the first person is to clear, legendary or mythic first and stuff like that. So that could actually be interesting. Definitely gonna put that on the list of things to maybe implement during early access.
Yeah. You would be on the top of that board, I think.
Who?
You.
I don't know. We have some pretty good players also internally. Big shout out to my QA director because I'm pretty sure he would beat me on a speed playthrough.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's a rogue player. I'm the wizard player. He's a rogue player. We just need a fighter and we have a full party.
Yeah. Okay, so I think there's no more questions. I think we can do a wrap. So it was very fun to have you today. And don't forget about next week, September 14th, for the early access wishlist now on Steam to not miss anything. And we're going to have a little bit of surprises on that day, so don't miss that. And Oli was very fun with you today. And sorry about the beginning of the live stream.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, next time is going to be better. So we have success, all of you. Good luck on your early access release. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here today. Do you want to say a few words before the end?
Thank you all for being there. Please look forward to the early access release. Please, it's not too late. Wishlist the game, buy the game when it releases. If you enjoy it, if you like everything that you've seen, there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube and on Twitch of the gameplay. A lot of people have been covering the game up to the first boss. If you want to see beyond the first boss, you will have to wait for the 14th or to get the game yourself.
Yes.
There's a lot of little achievements. We're going to be adding more achievements during early access as well. Hopefully add cool challenges to achievements. We have a lot of cool plans that I can't really talk about, but we have a lot of things we would like to add to the game, and we are also open to the feedback of the community to add more as well. I am truly hoping people will love the game and that it will be successful enough that we can keep adding more stuff for the foreseeable future. That is what I would like to do.
And
Right.
we're gonna have another next week at the same time. So if you want to watch, you need to be also in the Paizo Twitch. So be there next week.
Absolutely. See you all on the 14th.
Yeah. Bye. Have a great